What is up, my beautiful besties? Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. I hope you all are having an amazing day, evening, whenever it is you're tuning in to this timeless message. It is going to be a love reading today, folks, just because I know I promised one and then I wasn't able to come back in our last session and get a love reading for you. So we're going to do one of those, who's in your energy, what do they want, what's going on, someone's been pulling on your vibe. We're going to read on that person and see what's happening for them in their world. Little spy action here, okay? I'm going to bring the sound bowl, we'll call in spirit, and we'll see what is up. Here we go. Okay, I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so very much, Spirit. Okay, let's get into it. What is the overall energy of this person who is, you know, just in your energy? Okay. Oh gosh, how many times have I said that word so far? We should get a counter. All right. But let's see. What's going on with this person? What vibe are they in, please, Spirit? We have patience. Okay. All right. This reminds me of the temperance energy. Not going to lie, but it is talking about some divine timing here. Somebody is biding their time, waiting for the right time to communicate, having patience with themselves, others. This is a journey. This person feels like, you know, we've got time. We've got time to figure. I just heard we've got lifetimes to figure this out. So there is somebody here who is biding time. I'm biding their time. This is all I'm getting here. Okay, this is a lot, but I'm going to pull it. We have the Garden and the Gate. The Thinking Man. Okay, I don't really take gender in the readings here because everyone's, you know, everyone's different. Everyone's here. So this person has you on their mind. And you know what? I don't hate this energy, to be totally honest, because we have somebody here who is thinking about you, who's watching you, maybe from a distance, especially with the journey energy. It could be somebody that you are in some type of separation from, whether that be energetically or physical distance. But we have somebody here who's being very patient with themselves, with the journey. They're still keeping their eye on you. And I do feel this person is connecting to their spiritual side or their spiritual self. Maybe they've been going through some awakenings and things of that nature with door to spirit. So I feel like this person is kind of like in a surrender mode. Like, that's what I mean with the patience and divine timing. And, you know, it's like, okay, I know we will come back together when the time is right, but they are thinking about you. They are pulling on your energy and they are kind of paying attention to what it is that you're up to. At the bottom of the deck, we have door to value. Something really good could be going on for you in your world, and they're watching it happen from I'd just like to say a little bit like behind the scenes. So it's funny because you're here and maybe you're thinking about this person and you know that you can feel them pulling on your energy. The same thing is happening with them as well. They're paying attention to you. They're paying attention to what's going on. So as you're here kind of, you know, low-key spying on them, they are kind of doing the same. Okay, so it's a little bit of a mirroring energy. But yeah, this is somebody that you have maybe known for a long time, or they are a very important part of your own spiritual journey, spiritual path, and the two of you are in this moment of separation you're in separation at the moment. Okay. And it's like, I'm waiting for the right time. I'm waiting for the stars to align. I'm waiting for divine timing. I've given it up to spirit. I know we will meet again. Okay. This is the vibe. I know we will meet again when the timing is right. So this person is in a very, spiritual mode of surrender, which, like I said, I don't hate this energy at all. Okay. This is somebody who is definitely working on their own path, their own journey, their own growth and evolution. So good stuff. Now, let's just find out what's going on with them. What's going on in their world, please? What energy, what lessons are they learning? Like, let's just see what's up. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Now, with the Door of Value and the 10 of Pentacles, we could actually have this person really focusing on what it is that they value, focusing on a dream, a goal, trying to achieve something in the moment for themselves. Some kind of stability, longevity. Again, either it's you, see, this is the thing, it can go a couple ways, and it could be true for both ways, right? With Door to Value and the 10 of Pentacles, either they're watching you glow up, or they are experiencing a bit of a glow up themselves, right? So it could be both, right? It could be both, but they're definitely, ooh, this deck is super slippery. It's the gold foil deck and I love it, but it's very slippery. Anyways, yeah, so they're working on a goal. They're working on themselves. They're working on, you know, just putting their life together is what I'm getting here, okay? And they also, with Door to Value, Door to Spirit, 10 of Pentacles, I feel like they're really starting to not only value you and your influence, I want to say, and how you affect them. They definitely do value you, but they're starting to really value themselves, okay? So this person's been putting a lot of time, energy, and effort onto themselves on their own journey, like I said, their own path and evolution here, okay? So again, I don't hate this energy. We have the 2 of Wands, which to me, honestly, I feel like this person is really thinking about, okay, so what do I do, right? Do I move forward? Do I communicate? Do I let this person know that, hey, I'm kind of in this mode where I'm ready to try again, or I'm ready to come towards you? Like I said, there's this feeling of like biding their time, waiting for the right time, but also in this mode of surrender. So I feel like they're going back and forth about whether or not they should actively pursue communication with you at this moment, because they're feeling like, all right, I've got my stuff together. I'm feeling pretty stable. I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at right now. Again, valuing themselves and valuing you, you know, and thinking about you a lot and watching good things happening for you in your world, and good things are happening for them in their world, right? Or do I allow the universe to bring us together? Like, this is kind of like, you know, they're really getting into this. Like, do I allow the universe, or do I take some type of action? And I feel like this is what they've been thinking about a lot recently. So if you've been feeling them pulling on your energy, this is why, because they're trying to figure out if this is the right time, if it's up to them, or do they just keep going on their own path and journey and wait until your paths cross, you know? So that's what I'm seeing. We have the 4 of Pentacles. They have been keeping to themselves of late. Okay, so this is just confirming that this is something that they've been holding on to, holding back from you. You don't really know this is what their energy is. They've been watching you from, again, the sidelines, trying to figure out if it's a good idea to make a move. Like, they're trying to figure out, I feel like it's funny because they're like, is it up to me to make this move? Or again, do I leave it for the universe to, you know, allow our paths to cross at the right time? It's almost like, do I interfere with divine timing? Yeah, there's the, you know, it's funny because the High Priestess is coming up, because here it's like they don't really know what the right move is. And I do feel like they are starting to really develop their own sense of, like, they're connecting with their own intuition, but they're also like, is this right for me? I do feel like they've been maybe even praying about it, or asking the universe, so can you give me a sign? Like, am I supposed to make the move, or yeah, is this something that's going to come naturally? I do feel like they have been purposefully sending energy your way, though. With the High Priestess, this is them trying to send energy to you as well, in this from the silence, right? So this is like 5D type of communication coming through. They feel a connection with you on the 5D. They also feel that connection, you know, like the two of you can almost pick up on each other's thoughts, and communicate telepathically, or through song, or through signs, synchronicities, things of that nature. There is a mysterious air to the connection between the two of you, and they feel it very deeply, and it is a very spiritual connection as well that I'm seeing here. So let's get into it, because we got a couple twos out now, actually 3, 2, 2, 2. That twos really represent, like, numerologically speaking, our decisions and what we're going to do. So I kind of want to see what they're leaning towards. Are they leaning towards actually taking any type of action, or what? I'm interested. What are they leaning towards? What is their intuition telling them at this moment? What is their intuition telling them at this moment? Okay, hold on. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so intuitively, they are being led to work on this connection, or to put some work in and to clearly communicate, okay, to open those lines of communication. So they are being led to communicate towards you and to perhaps give you some clarity about what has been going on for them in their own world. Again, I do see a lot of growth happening for them, and awakening moments, right? They've had some type of wake-up call, or they've had some I don't want to say interference, but like spiritual, like I can't put the right words on this. It's like they've had some type of, why is this happening to me right now? It's very interesting. So I'm just going to use the word interference, like some type of spiritual interference is what I'm hearing. Okay, so some type of guidance coming in, some type of intuitive messages that's saying, okay, this is the right time. You're going to have to communicate. You're going to have to be the one. So here they were looking for signs, asking for signs. I feel like they have been receiving the signs that it is go time. It is time to communicate. It is time to work on this solution, or work on some type of way to come back together. Okay. I do feel like I'm reading for a very deep soul connection here, divinely guided soulmates, 2 people who are on their own, obviously on their own journey, but 2 people who also, I'm not getting a lot of like animosity towards one another. I'm getting 2 people who are like, okay, well, this sucks, but you got to go your way, I got to go mine, and hopefully we meet in the middle at some point in time. This is the energy that I'm picking up on. And I feel like there's a little bit of impatience happening on their end, and maybe even on your end too. There could be a mirroring thing. You could both be feeling the same way. Do I reach out? Are they going to reach out? Is it time to come back together? Do we leave it up to the universe? I don't know, right? But intuitively, the universe has been telling them, Spirit's been saying, you know what? It is about time. It is about time that you let them in on what's been going on in your world. Now, I want to know what's been going on for them. What have they been experiencing? Justice, karma. Okay. That was pretty clear and very concise. Justice and karma. So I feel like this person has been, things have been balancing out. Let's just say that, because I don't necessarily get that it's 100% like a bad thing. But they have been experiencing the good and bad in the sense of like, okay, learning lessons, growth, evolution, but also, I do feel like for some of them, something has been balanced out within their work life, career life, their goals, their money. Something's been set right. If they were in the middle or going through some kind of divorce or legal proceeding, something has come out in their favor. Okay, they have been cleared of something. If you were dealing with someone who had some kind of claim against them, or like trouble with the law, even their name is being cleared. Is this what I'm hearing? Now, I know that's not for everyone, but this is what it is. This person may have been waiting for the time when they were able to be free. And some of them may even, like, I don't know if this is true, but whether it's a prison of the mind or like a real prison, I mean, some of them, or some kind of something that was holding them back, contracts, paperwork, like I said, if this was like a divorce proceeding or some kind of legal proceeding, okay, they have been vindicated, I'm hearing, and things have been settled for them. Okay. So this is another reason why they're feeling like, okay, well, now's the time, right? I'm feeling freed up, whatever has been holding them back. I'm feeling like I can actually move forward. So, that question keeps coming up. Do I make the move, or do I let Spirit take care of this? Like, because I feel like they have learned how to surrender as being part of their own process and spiritual evolution as well. Okay, so that's been going on for them. I do like to see justice because it shows that they've learned, they've grown. Okay, and that things have been settled. Now, for others of you, that could have been, I have been experiencing some karma, and they are relating the karma back to perhaps the way in which things have gone down between the two of you. Okay, there's that, because with the Nine of Wands here, they're deciding. It's like, okay, the Nine of Wands is usually like the wounded warrior, but I can get a couple different messages with the Wind of the Wind of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and Justice. They've had to push through something very difficult. Okay, they've had to not give up on something, and they've had to fight very hard to get to where they are right now to receive the justice. Now, others of them. Okay, and only you know your story. This is a general reading for, I don't know how many people are going to watch this, right? So for others of you, this could indicate receiving karma that has really kicked their butt, right? Okay, so I mean, but it's settled now, right? It's settled now. They have learned. Has it been tough? Yes, they've had to learn the hard way. Okay, so someone either didn't give up fighting for justice for themselves, or they've had some karma, they've had to learn the hard way, but they're still standing and they're still wanting to move forward after, you know, they're like, we're almost there, I can do this, I've got this, I know what I'm doing now. There's a sense of like, you know, I can keep pushing, not all is lost, right? Definitely not all is lost. All right, so this is their perspective, and this is kind of what they've been going through, right? And so things are settling down for them, and they're feeling like they're able to move forward, right? They're feeling like they are able to move forward. What do we have here? The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords does really speak to regret over the way they had communicated in the past. Perhaps they said some things that were really cutting or very hurtful, or maybe they pushed you away. But at the time, I gotta tell you, usually with the Five of Swords, the person who is doing the pushing away or the communicating some very harsh words, direct words, usually it is based on what they feel to be right. Okay. And their delivery sucks. Okay. Their delivery sucks. There's always regret going back over what was said, how it was said, the motivation behind saying what was said, you know, that kind of a thing. So there is regret, you know, there's definitely regret, and it definitely is remorse. I feel like they've thought a lot about how the two of you parted ways. Now I'm just going to leave it at that. All right. So because you know your situation best, right? How the two of you parted ways, the things that they said, the things they wish they didn't say, or if they should have done things differently, or they feel as if they should have communicated differently. I do feel like whatever it was that pulled the two of you apart, it had to happen. Okay. I mean, things happen for a reason. Do we always know the reason? No. Do we always like when this kind of a separation will happen? Absolutely not. But there's always that hindsight 2020. It's like, okay, I had to go take care of this before. I had to go learn this before we could come together. I had to go figure this out for myself. You know, and so I could come back in a more stable way, like a more open way. You wouldn't have, I feel like whatever this person has been going through, this justice, this karma, was so necessary for them and their development that they would not have been able to be a good partner at the time anyway. And I'm not like, you know, I'm not sweeping what they did or said under the rug or anything like that, or your feelings for them, or, you know, I'm not, you know, that's not my intention by saying that. It's like, you deserved somebody who could show up in a better way for you, okay, emotionally, and, you know, in a relationship or whatever the case. You deserved a lot better than what they were able to give you without learning this lesson that they've been going through. Okay. So, I mean, it's good. It's a good thing that they went off and did that, and that you weren't involved, you know, and it might not feel that way at times, but, you know, going forward, I feel like we'll see what happens here. But they had to go their own way for a very good reason, okay? And I don't feel like you were part of that story, and you didn't need to be part of that story. It was something they had to go off and take care of on their own, all right? Which is fine. And look at, as I said that the whole time, the Hermit was there. This was something they had to learn on their own. They could not have really been partnered up. They couldn't have been surrounded by someone anyone else and their opinions or experience. This is something they had to go through and figure out. And it was a very important space. Here we have the Three of Swords underneath that. And then the Queen of Wands as well. Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, Eight of Cups, Seven. Okay, it's giving me a little bit of a backstory and a little bit of going forward here. Okay. I love it when it just goes off and it's very clear. So remember I was saying, okay, they had to go through and do this on their own. They didn't really they didn't want you to be involved in this process. I feel like for a lot of you, it is some type of divorce situation or, moving away from someone who perhaps had some kind of influence over them. Now, whether that be like, it was like, I'll just say a karmic situation. I'll just say a karmic situation because it could be, you know, I'm getting feminine energy here. So it could have been like a sister or a mother or a boss or an ex-wife or something like that, or a soon-to-be ex-wife. I don't know. Again, gender's not really so important here, but it's an energy. It's a feminine energy, okay? And I feel like they did not want you to be involved in the messiness that was going to happen. So especially, I feel like this is like if they were married, the divorce has been settled. If this was some kind of legal situation at work, it's been settled. Okay, it's over. It's done, right? Now, this person, you know, they were able to this was a connection that was with them for a very long time. So I don't know if this was a spouse or if it was a family member or again, some other soul connection, whether that be, it was a karmic soul tie. Let's just put it at that. I would say that this was a karmic soul tie for them that they had to take care of and they had to clear it out and they had to learn something the hard way and they received their justice and karma and all of that. Okay. The only reason what I see here is like in order for them, they had to take care of this business so that they could walk away. They had to abandon something that they had put a lot of time, energy, and even emotional effort into at one point in time. They had to leave it because it wasn't fulfilling for them. It wasn't doing the trick. It wasn't you. I feel like they've gone from, you know, they're headed towards a Queen of Cups. Now, I don't know what your sign is. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You don't. But it's somebody who is very much somebody they're in love with. Okay, this is someone they're in love with or they have a lot of deep feelings for, a very deep connection. Okay, now I know I'm reading romantically, so I am going to keep on the romantic timeline or the romantic theme here is what I meant to say. Somebody that they actually are in love with, right? Instead of, because the Queen of Wands can sometimes with this energy, it was like somebody that they were connected to for a very long time. Perhaps with this Six of Cups. And sometimes the Queen of Wands in the detriment, you know, if you're trying to leave a Queen of Wands, you're going to meet their passion, their fiery passion. Okay. And sometimes in the negative, the Queen of Wands can be vindictive and a little bit scary, sometimes a little bit controlling. And also, they can be very, they can dabble in some like dark magic and things of that nature. Okay. So I'm not just putting them out to be like some kind of evil karmic. That's not what it is. But when this person is hurt, they're going to lash out. Okay. They're going to lash out. So I feel like you were not supposed to be a part of that situation. All right. And that's maybe why they've come up as the wounded warrior, because they've had to deal with a lot in order to perhaps even like legally separate or get some type of like a divorce type situation. I mean, I know this is getting a little bit specific, but that's what happens the more cards I get. And I feel like here with the Seven of Pentacles, this is something that maybe it's like you didn't realize, or not didn't realize, maybe they told you they were going to do this, but maybe you're just like, okay, it's been taking too long. They're never going to do it. I don't think they're ever going to do this. So you've had to pretty much pick yourself up and continue on your own journey. You've had to surrender, like, you know, just like we talked about at the beginning of the reading, you've had to go your own way. They've had to go theirs. Now you're coming to this point, well, they're at this point where they are open, they are ready, and they are interested in pursuing something here with you. All right. You may have felt like you waited a long time for this to actually happen with the Seven of Pentacles, but it's also very frustrated energy. And it is also something that lets me know that you've had to pick yourself up and kind of just continue moving forward without knowing what's happening. Okay. And here we have the Eight of Pentacles, but things are progressing, things have changed, things have been worked on. Okay. In the time of separation. So this is something that I see as a good thing. We do have the Knight of Cups here, and this does indicate they've been working on, repairing what needed to be repaired, taking care of business, right? Getting things settled. And I am getting very heavily that it is legally, okay? Something legally settled, okay? And karmically. Okay, they've settled it out. They settled the score, whatever the case. They're free. That's the vibe I'm getting, that this person is now free to pursue what it is that they desire, who it is they desire, and who it is that they love. Okay. So with the Knight of Cups here, this is them coming forward, wanting to, and we do see that all over this reading, that they want to express themselves, that they have been asking and waiting for a sign and kind of going through like, is it up to me or do I leave it to the universe? I do feel, like I said, just as a little recap here, that intuitively they have been given a sign that it is up to them to work on it and open the lines of communication. With the Knight of Cups leading into this reading, or sorry, leading out of this reading, I want to say, this is indicative of an apology and a very loving communication coming in towards you. So something being opened up, and definitely an apology. Especially with the Five of Swords here, it does show me that they are in remorse. Now, I almost forgot about what was here at the bottom of all of this, was the King of Pentacles. This is like, okay, I am now able, I'm now free, I am now in control, I now have everything I need in order to create the life that I desire. All right. So this person is feeling very much back on top of their game. They've got their mojo back. And this is probably, I mean, I'm just making an assumption here that this is the reason you've been feeling them pulling your energy. You've been thinking about them, maybe even dreaming about them. They've been consciously sending you the go ahead. Okay. Now, which actually would track with a lot of the overall general messages we've been getting as well. The energy is here as like a go ahead. It's time. Mercury's in Aries. We're going direct with our communication, direct with our desires, following our heart, following our passions. So this really does make sense, even like astrologically, like the timing, okay, and even just like energetically of what we've been pulling on, and themes that are happening here for our tribe. And the world over, honestly. It's a go time type of an energy. So even in your love life with somebody that you have been in separation with, I would definitely count on hearing from this person. Okay, I would definitely count on it. What we have here, I want to get like just an overall message. I am going to extend this reading because I want deeper. I want more. I don't want to just know where they are at. I want to know what their plans are. Okay. And now that I know that they are going to be the ones moving forward in communication towards you, I want to know what they're thinking and feeling about you. I want to know what they'll have to say to you. I also want to know what energy they're going to be in towards you when they return. And, we did get some of the change that they've been through, but we'll explore that a little bit deeper as well. What are their intentions? All that stuff. Okay. Definitely another approximately 30 minutes into this reading. Okay. Because usually the extendeds are about 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. So, or unless the message is out. So it's between 25 and 30 usually. Okay. So let's see just an overall thing that they may have to say to you right off the bat, or something they've been really thinking about exploring here. I'm scared of being vulnerable. Okay. I'm scared of being vulnerable. That's okay. It doesn't mean that they're not going to be. It's just they're expressing a fear. So even expressing a fear is quite vulnerable. Okay, so the fact that they're going to say that is them being vulnerable. You're the only one who really gets me. You're the only one who really gets me. Here it is. I've known you before in a past life. See, this is a thing. There is a very, very deep spiritual connection. We also have, how can I repay you? So they're wanting to make up for something, right? Make up for lost time. They're wanting to make things right. They're wanting to put things into balance. Okay. I do feel like, you're the only one who really gets me. Maybe Maybe for some of you, you have already seen their very vulnerable side, okay? And they feel comfortable with you in that way because, you know, you're the only one who really gets them, okay? You're the only one who really gets me. I'm scared of being vulnerable, okay? But they are going to be putting themselves in a vulnerable situation. And I feel like that is probably the reason why Spirit has given them the sign, told them that it is up to them to put themselves in a very vulnerable position and being the one to open the lines of communication, right? Being the one to come forward first, being the one to put themselves out there, okay? And put their heart basically on a platter. All right, because they don't know. I mean, like they hope they know that the two of you, you know, share a very deep soul connection. But there has been a lot of time. There haven't been many conversations, if any, at all, between the two of you for some time. Okay, so they are about to break the silence here. And that is putting themselves in a very vulnerable situation just right off the bat. But they do feel like they are safe. Like there's a feeling that it's okay, I can do this because I know that, you know, you're a really good person. You're not going to, you know, I just don't feel like your energy is really giving somebody who's just going to like slam them down and be mean to them and whatever. I'm not getting that from you. Like, no, even though things have happened, right? I'm just not getting that kind of like, I'm here to hurt you back, like vengeance energy. I'm not getting that from you at all. So that is a good thing. That's a good indicator. And I feel like they know that that is who you are as a person. You're a very loving person, a very open person, and a very forgiving person. Especially as they see you as the Queen of Cups, you're very empathic. So you don't go out of your way to hurt people, right? You don't. It's like a live and let live kind of a thing, you know. It doesn't mean that you don't have boundaries. It doesn't mean that you're not strong. It doesn't mean that, you know, you're not capable of, you know, protecting yourself in your own heart. That's not what I mean. I just don't, you know, if they're coming to you in a very vulnerable way, I just heard belly up like a dog and this shows the belly, you know, like you don't have to pet it, but you're not going to stab them in it. You know what I mean? Like it's not like that. But anyways, okay, that's pretty much it. Let me just get one love oracle message. I will leave a little bit of a preview here so that you can know whether or not you want to invest in the reading or share some energy exchange with myself and the channel. It really does help. It means the world to me. And yeah, I really appreciate everyone's love and support. Yeah, it helps more than you know. Okay, it really does. Okay, so what do we have here? What do we have here? The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. It's very beautiful energy. I'm loving it. Okay, y'all, I am, yeah. Hopefully I'll see you in the next part of the reading. If not, I will be back with whatever comes up for everyone here. Sending you lots of love. Take care. Hi everyone, welcome to the extended. Thank you so very much for your energy exchange. Y'all are seriously the best and it helps more than you know. Okay, so let's get into it here. What is their overall energy? What's the energy of their heart space as they come towards you? We have dreams. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. I feel like the two of you have already done so. I feel like a lot of you, like you have had these moments where the two of you have discussed a future together and what could be once they were free. I want to put it that way because I do have that sense that they are free to follow their dreams now, free to pursue the person that they love, right? After that karmic debt has been paid. So share your dreams together, encourage each other to make them a reality. They're coming forward and they're saying, look, this is what I hope for. This is what I dream about. You know, I want this to happen. I want that to happen. I mean, we're going to get those details a little later on here as when we explore their intentions. Okay. But they have been, you know, even dreaming about you. Maybe you've also been seeing them in your dreams lately, but y'all have shared dreams together. Okay. What else do we have? Connection. Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. This is a very, very strong spiritual bond here, okay? This is a very strong soul tie. It's a beautiful soul tie. It doesn't mean that it hasn't been messy. It just means that it's strong and it is beautiful. And they do feel like your bond is eternal, okay? Eternal bond. We have deeply, look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationships. They have been doing that. I saw the Hermit in the first part of the reading. They have really been connecting with not only their spiritual self, their higher self, but what it is that they truly desire, and how they want to show up in relationships, and who they want to be in a relationship with. We also have heart. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close. Again, very, very deep soul tie we're reading on here. It physically affects the two of you when you are near one another. At the bottom of the deck, we have true love. I knew it. True love comes when you least expect it. Okay. And you know, I just feel like the two of you, like I said, this is a beautiful energy reading. Okay. I am getting that the two of you want a future together. You both miss one another. You both share dreams, share a deep bond, this connection. You both feel it. And it's beautiful to see that this is showing up in our energy reading. Okay. I love love, and I love to see love working out, and for people who are meant to be together, overcoming the obstacles and challenges in order to, you know, explore this kind of a deep soul vibe. Okay. I love it. So let's get into the details. I'm going to use this deck again. I have shuffled it. Okay. I'm just so in love with it. I cannot not use it right now. It's so amazing. And it feels good to shuffle, and it sounds good too when you shuffle it. But anyways, oh, there, look, I split right to Justice and Temperance. Justice and Temperance. Wow. Beautiful. Time to reconcile. This is things coming together as they should be. Okay. As they should be. Now is the time, right? Now is the right time. Now, let's get into their thoughts. Oh, whatever they're feeling quite deeply. Look at that card just blew away. Okay. What is it that they're thinking about you? What do they think about you and this connection? What do they think about you and this connection? Please, Spirit.
She said she'd only kill me if I drew the card of death. She said she'd only love me if I drew the card that wasn't in the deck. The card my finger touched, think I got my wish. You know for sure when it's all done. She said she was beautiful.